Well, good morning, and a good morning it is. I am running in a pretty awesome shoe, but first, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and of course, if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. Consider joining the channel membership. Just click the join button down below. Today, I am reviewing a pretty awesome shoe, the Altra Forward VIA. Check it out in that nice, clean white. Of course, you can get other colorways, but I would venture to say that this is one of Altra's best shoes yet. So we're going to talk about that on today's video. Specifically, we're going to cover the build, the comfort, the performance, and the value. But first, voiceover Chad, why don't you tell us about some of the specs and features of the shoe?
The Altra Forward VIA road running shoe will keep your feet happy for everything from daily training miles to fun runs with your crew. Whether logging daily runs, walking, or pushing your mileage limits, the Altra Forward VIA is built to keep you moving forward in comfort and confidence. As for some of those specs and features, you get Altra's original foot shape fit, which is their roomiest fit, the Altra EGO FLO supercritical EVA midsole foam infused with nitrogen, rocker shaped geometry, engineered mesh upper, a fully gusseted tongue, 37 millimeters of heel stack, 33 millimeters of toe stack for a 4 millimeter drop, weighing in a men's size 10 at 269 grams or 9.5 ounces, and in a women's size 8.5, 235 grams or 8.3 ounces, and a US MSRP of $160. Chad, back over to you.
All right, I do want to mention that Altra sent me these shoes for the purpose of review. Thank you so much, Altra, but know that all thoughts and opinions are strictly my own. Also, a quick shout out to some of my sponsors, specifically T8 for creating these pretty awesome Sherpa shorts. They have the integrated waist belt and the commando shorts, guaranteed to be chafe free. Also, Hydro Pack for creating some pretty awesome hydration solutions like the soft flasks there and these little 150 milliliter soft flasks. I'm actually using these for some gels, so you can see got the feed on there. Oh, it's upside down. Got the feed on there. Shout out to the feed also for your support and sponsorship. You can buy nutrition and hydration products to fuel your next adventure, like today's 20-mile run in my case. So I put untapped maple syrup in this red soft flask, and then I have some SIS beta gel in this soft flask. There's about 500 calories, 100 milligrams of carbs in each one. So definitely giving me some good fuel for these long runs. Just like that. It's a great way to pack more calories or gels, but without having to pack individual gel packets. I think I'm gonna use this solution for my next race too. All right, moving on with the review, starting with the build. It's October, the beginning of October, and the leaves here are just starting to change colors. It's actually really pretty, and the air is getting just a little bit crisp, although not too cold that I can't wear a t-shirt and shorts. So just a beautiful, beautiful morning. So as of this very moment in recording, I have put nearly 50 miles in the Forward VIA. So one thing that impressed me straight out of the box and continues to impress me to this moment is that Altra didn't overcomplicate the build. I think they've done that in some of their other shoes, but in this case, they took elements that make a shoe really great and just stuck to that. And that actually makes for a shoe that is really good. The upper material is pretty fantastic. It's very breathable, it's very durable, has padding in all the right places. The tongue is gusseted, fully gusseted on each side there, so that's really nice. Stays in place. There's some people. I don't want to talk. Hey there, how's it going? Morning. And of course, let's not forget the elephant in the room. This is Altra's original fit. So it's their widest fit. You get the most room in the toe box. However, because of the build, I get a really good lockdown feel around the midfoot and the heel. There's some nice padding around the heel, and along the medial and lateral side, on the sides of my foot, there's an extra layer of fabric. Let me show you on the shoe actually. So there's an extra layer of fabric that wraps up right here and then loops around where these laces are, and then comes back down, tucks in there. So you have the outside fabric, loops around, and have that additional piece of fabric inside there. Same thing on this side. So that just gives a design element that helps hold your foot better in place, and I really, really like that. It's simple, it doesn't add a lot of weight, but it makes a big difference in that build quality and the comfort and performance, which I'll get to here in a moment. So all in all, I think build and build quality of the upper was well thought out and just a good overall design. Moving down the shoe to that midsole, you do get a nitrogen infused EVA midsole. This is a much better and much more resilient midsole than their compressed EVA foams and some of their other offerings. I really feel like it's going to last a lot longer than their other standard EVA midsoles. In fact, I feel like this is the midsole that they should have used in almost all of their other shoes. And then the last thing worth mentioning is that outsole rubber, no complaints there. So I'm gonna give overall build and build quality a 9 out of 10, a very solid score. Moving on with comfort, and I did kind of allude to it. This shoe is really comfortable. Let me start with the underfoot comfort. That nitrogen infused midsole is really nice. It's a little bit softer than their compressed EVA midsoles that they put in some of their other shoes, but it's also just a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more responsive or bouncy. Not quite as soft or bouncy as maybe other shoes, but I find it to be very, very comfortable underfoot, even for the longest of runs. Now it has 37 millimeters of heel stack and a 4 millimeter drop, 33 millimeters in the toes. So not a zero drop shoe, but a low drop shoe. But this is the type of shoe that if I was going to run a road ultra, this is the shoe that I would probably pick because it's lightweight and it's comfortable. I also find the comfort of the upper to be very nice. The tongue is nicely padded, not overly padded, but not under padded, offering good comfort and protection from the laces. Although the laces do lay flat across the top of your foot, nice and even distribution, no hot spots or rubbing across the top of the foot or really anywhere in that shoe at all. Seeing that it's Altra's original fit, my toes have plenty of room to splay out, but I also feel like my foot is held securely in place inside the shoe. For being a wider fitting shoe, I don't feel like my foot is swimming around or moving around inside the shoe, which is really nice. It's actually quite a nice secure hold. Just good padding, a soft material around the ankle and the heel, and my heel is secured really nicely in place. Altra didn't go over the top with all of these extra design elements or creature comforts. They just hit the nail right on the head, and I think this shoe is extremely comfortable. They just did a really good job. I'm gonna give comfort, you know, there's really no reason not to give it a 10 out of 10. So yeah, a perfect or maybe near 10 out of 10. I mean, it is that good. Moving on to performance. I think the sweet spot for the Ultra Forward Viva is those daily miles, those long runs. That lightweight feeling underfoot is good for those long runs when you're just putting in foot strike after foot strike after foot strike. Some shoes seem like they introduce a little bit more fatigue after those long miles, and I don't feel that with the Forward Viva. I think a lot of that has to do with the midsole, that nitrogen infused midsole. It just feels very lively, it's more lightweight, and just really nice to run in a mile after mile. Not sure what else to say about the midsole. It's just really nice. You also have a good rocker shape to the shoe, so just a nice smooth transition, whether you're striking with your heel or midfoot up into your toes. That also makes the Forward Viva a really nice walking shoe. And then moving up to the upper, you can probably already guess, but the performance of the upper is really nice. Again, Altra didn't give you anything that you didn't need on the shoe, so keeping things really simple, but that made the whole overall formula just a winning package. A lightweight upper that's very breathable, offers some good security and hold around your foot, again, that gusseted tongue, so the tongue's not moving around on you. It's nice and soft. There's no rubbing at the top of the tongue or moving along the ankle and the heel. No rubbing on my ankle or my Achilles. And despite there being that extra room in the shoe, which again is really nice for those daily miles when you want your toes to just kind of relax, but my foot is held securely in place in a very comfortable manner. Altra, I think this might be your best shoe to date. Get rid of the compressed EVA midsole and just do this nitrogen EVA foam. And lastly, the performance of that outsole, pretty grippy, no complaints there. So there you have it on performance. I'm gonna give performance a 9, maybe a 9.5 out of 10. All right, so now that I've given it high marks in build quality and comfort and performance, what about value? Well, if there's one area of improvement, I would say it's the value of the shoe. At $160 US MSRP, I feel like that's a little high. Is it competitive? Probably, but I think the shoe really should be priced at about $140. I would definitely choose the Forward Viva over the Altra Forward Experience or the Experience Flow or Experience Form shoes. I think this shoe definitely outperforms those other low drop variants. And even though this shoe has 37 millimeters of stack, it's a high stack shoe, it doesn't feel that high. It's nice and stable underfoot. Forgot to mention that about performance. But coming back to value, $160 is a little high. Is it worth it? If you're looking for one really good daily trainer, it's probably worth that price tag. This is definitely the shoe that I will continue to run in, and it's one that I've looked forward to running in next time, and then the time after that, and the run after that. I found myself grabbing this shoe without even thinking about it, and I just knew that my run was going to be great, kind of like today's long run. So at $160, I'm gonna give value a 7 out of 10. If you can get it on sale, you know, closer to that $140 or less price tag, then yeah, it's definitely worth it. And I would, oh, a bug just went in my eye. But regardless, I would definitely recommend you check out this shoe. I've really liked it. I've really enjoyed it. And I would dare say that this is Altra's best shoe to date. They kept the whole package and formula simple, but that's what makes it so great. They used good materials, a winning midsole, just a phenomenal underfoot experience, one that performs on those daily miles, those long runs. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. Well, I better end the video there before I start rambling. I've got a ton more shoe and gear review videos coming your way, so if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. And again, consider joining the channel membership. $1 a month goes to support me and the channel and everything that I'm trying to do here. Thanks for joining me today on this video. Remember to be consistent, express gratitude, and enjoy every mile as I am today in the Altra Forward VIA. I will see you on the next video. Bye now.